Hi everyone, it's Tracy at TierraCast, and I have a great bracelet project to share with you today. This design uses a couple of interesting techniques. We're going to wire wrap seed beads around the focal, and we're also going to show you how to use crimping pliers to crimp these 2mm pagoda cord ends to finish off the bracelet. Let's get started. To make this bracelet, we need two 8-inch pieces of 1mm cord. We're using 1mm leather cord from Leather Cord USA, one crisscross link, two large hole faceted spacers, two 2mm pagoda cord ends, one maker's clasp, three 4mm round jump rings, some size 8 seed beads, and some 26 gauge craft wire. We're using Beadalon's artistic wire. For tools, you'll need scissors, wire cutters, crimping pliers, and 2 pair of pliers. You'll also need a ruler or something else to measure with. I've already cut 2 pieces of craft wire. I'm going to pick one up and insert one end down through the center of the diamond and just hold that on the back. And begin wrapping with the other end. I'm going to wrap that once and pull it snug, and then add my first seed bead. And I'm just going to repeat that and pull it snug while I keep the bead up at the top of the edge there. And my second seed bead. Now I'm going to want these beads to face forward a little bit, so at this point I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and very gently just twist them so that the front of the bead faces the front of the link. And remember to be gentle, these are glass and we don't want to break them. And I'm ready for my third bead. Now the center bead here, I want it to stay up at the top of the diamond. So I'm not going to pull that one as snug, and I'm going to hold on to that bead while I string on the next bead. And I'm going to continue that process to string the rest of the beads down the next side. Tucking all the beads up next to each other as I go. Once I've got the last bead on there, I'm going to wrap that end around one more time. You have to manipulate those beads so you can fit that wire in there. And then maybe once more before I trim it off in the back. And I'm going to also do that on the first wire end. Okay, now I'll have to adjust all those beads to get them positioned just how I like them. And then I'll repeat that whole process on the other side of the link. Now it's time to make the sides, which is very easy. Take one piece of cord and thread each end down through the loops at one end of the link. And pull those to center them. Then thread one spacer bead onto both ends. And slide that down to the link. Here's where we'll want to measure for fit. If we finish this bracelet without trimming the cord, the bracelet would be about 9 inches. I want to make mine about 7 inches. I'll allow about an inch for the clasp and jump ring, so I'm going to align my bracelet on the ruler with the center of the focal at 3.5 inches. And then I'm going to trim the leather cord at 6.5. Remember that I'm allowing an inch for the clasp and the jump rings, so I'm going to be deducting 1/2 inch from each side when I trim it. Now I'll insert those ends into one of the cord ends and use the crimping pliers to secure it. Now you have to give this a really firm squeeze, and you want to check to make sure it's secure. Just pull on it gently before you release. And if you need to, squeeze it some more. This one's good. Now we could also use glue here, but the crimping pliers are a super easy way to finish this bracelet. Then I'll repeat this process on the other side. Now we're ready for the clasp. Just use one jump ring to attach the clasp ring on one side. And 2 to attach the clasp bar at the other side. And that's it. And if you added more length to your cords, this design would also make a great choker. We hope this design inspires you. Keep up with other TierraCast inspiration by subscribing to our YouTube channel and following our Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest pages. Thanks for watching.